I call to you now, great spirits that walk with me, to bless and to empower this sacred work. For you, great Mother Earth, the offering now of this candle flame. As it is lit, tu encima de tierra, sacred Mother Earth, may you feed from it. I thank you for your beneficence. I thank you for your blessings. I thank you for being here now. The offering of this candle flame I give to you. I call to you now, great Albaca, sacred Basil. I call forth your power and your Holy Spirit now, that with this breath of life that you may awaken, to bring forth your power and your blessing to this sacred work. I call to you now to ask of your guidance, to ask of your blessings, to ask, great Spirit of this Basil, that all that be touched by your Spirit be cleansed and purified of all demons and devils, to be washed clean and cleansed and purified in any and all negativity, of any and all that want influences and forces, known and unknown, seen and unseen, named and unnamed. Great Albaca, sacred Basil, cleanse and purify this space and all that be touched by your sacred waters, of any and all evil, of any and all negativity, of any and all unwanted influences and forces, known and unknown, seen and unseen, named and unnamed. To you, great Basil, I call forth your power, you that make all demons and devils run away by your sacred blessing, by your sacred presence. I invoke thy power and spirit now. Awaken, great Spirit, unto life. Bring forth your medicine to that which is touched by your Holy Spirit. This I petition and pray. Thank you. To give to you as an offering, sacred Albaca, sacred Basil, I light now the offering of this sacred tobacco. As this offering is lit, may it give to you fire and energy. May it add even more power to this sacred work. To honor you, great Albaca, to honor you, sacred Basil, to call forth your power and spirit even stronger to this sacred work. So now I've prayed over it. I lit my tobacco because I want to add even more energy and fire to this work. So now I get the lit end, the cherry, put it in my mouth, and I blow out. One more. I like to do 3 breaths of the tobacco to add energy, to add more fire to the sacred work. I honor you and thank you for your blessings, for your assistance, for your sacred medicine, great Spirit of tobacco, for the fire that you provide. I thank you. Mother Earth, bless you. Return now to sleep. Thank you for your medicine. Okay. We've got that. We've got this. Okay, y'all. So now for this part. Now, seems simple enough, right? All we're going to do is just get the water and we just pour it into here. Great Spirit of water, may you bless and empower this sacred work. May this sacred spiritual bath be blessed and empowered now by this sacred spiritual water. I know, I name, and I claim that this work is made a total success. By my will and intention, by the sacred power of the spiritual bath, this is so. So now what you want to do, you don't want to start with all of the leaves, okay? Put some back. Now all we're going to do is start with these leaves here, and you get them in your hand, and you're going to rub them back and forth together like this, and just letting them fall back in. And as you're doing that, you're praying over them. You're praying for the intention that you want. You're praying for the sacred medicine of this basil and of the tobacco to bless and to empower you. Great Spirit of this Albaca, I call forth your power now, that as I mix your spirit together now into this sacred water, that your sacred medicine will be blessed and empowered into this sacred wash, that all that be touched by this sacred water would be blessed and empowered by your Holy Spirit, by your sacred medicine now, Albaca. By the great spirits that walk with me, by my will and intention, I know, I name, and I claim that this work is made a total success. That all that be touched by this sacred basil is cleansed and purified. All demons and devils are washed away and removed and run away as the nothingness that they are. By the great spirits that walk with me, I know, I name, and I claim that this work is a total success. By my will and by my intention, this is so. Get a little bit more, wet it a little bit, and keep going. By the great spirit and by the sacred powers that walk with me, by the great spirit of this basil, I know, I name, and I claim that all that be touched by this spiritual wash be cleansed and purified of any and all blocks, of all hindrances, of all obstacles, of any and all demons and devils, of all in one influence and forces, known and unknown, seen and unseen, named and unnamed. By the great power and by the great spirit of this alvaca, by the great spirit of this sacred water, by the great spirits that walk with me, by the blessed spirit of Tunantzin Madre Tierra, sacred Mother Earth, I know, I name, and I claim that this cleansing bath removes all evil and negativity from all that is touched by its spirit, and this is so. And you would keep doing this over and over, praying over it, praying into it, praying over this sacred spiritual bath, over what you need, over the cleansing and the purification in this situation, right? You get the herbs and you keep going. So now, for time's sake, because I'm going to keep going with this, but I would just want to show you guys now, what you would do is once you already have a good amount of this, and as you can see, it's already changing colors. I think you guys can kind of see that. I'm not sure, but it's already turning like a nice green color. And so what I would do is once you're done doing that to all the herbs and you have them all mashed up, and you want to do it until they're small, right? So now this is where the sifter comes in and why you want to have two different containers. So what I would do is I would get my container, right? And then I have my sifter and I put the sifter over it. And then, because you're going to have a bunch of little bits left over in your water, what you're going to do is you're going to put it back in this, and then as you're doing that, it's going to catch all the herbs and all that stuff, so that way it doesn't get caught up, so it doesn't get caught in your drain, so it doesn't caught in the shower, if that's where you're going to use this. See, catches the herbs. And then you can just sprinkle the herbs outside if they're okay for animals. If they're not, you can just pray over them, put them in a bundle, hang them up somewhere, or if you're done, then you're done and you can just toss them out. So that's what you would do for the spiritual bath. Now, once the spiritual bath is done, right? So let's say that my spiritual bath is done and it's in here. Once that's good to go, what you would do now is that candle, the other candle that you prepare. So you would get that candle, you would say another prayer over it. For you and to you I give the offering now of this candle flame. May it provide for you energy and fire to do this sacred work, to cleanse and to purify, to remove all demons and devils and all in one influence and forces, known and unknown, seen and unseen, named and unnamed. As this candle is lit, it gives to you energy, fire, and life force, great spirit of this sacred work. To you, great spirit of this spiritual bath, this so. Okay, so what you would do is you would leave the spiritual wash to sit with the candle, okay? Obviously stay with it, don't leave a candle unattended. Always watch the candle to make sure that everything's going okay and that no mishaps happen. So you would leave that until the candle is done burning out. Once the candle is done burning out, your spiritual bath is ready to work with in whatever form that you want to work with it, okay? So if you guys got comments, questions, let me know. This was, just something simple that I wanted you guys to be able to focus on and to work with, because it's a little intimidating at times, but it's really not something that should be intimidating. It's simple once you see it, but a lot of people like to add extra things because they, I don't know, I guess it sounds more mystical or something, but that's all you would do. Let the candle burn down all the way. Once it's done burning down, your spiritual bath is ready to work with, and then work with it in whatever form or whatever way you need to. Dispose of the things properly, and always, like I said, make sure that you know the herbs that you're working with. Like, I wouldn't work with cinnamon because cinnamon is too spicy if I'm going to take a bath. You know what I mean? So just know what you're working with and take into consideration, how it's going to be used, and, what you're going to do with the leftover bits and how you're going to work with that. So hope you guys enjoyed it. All right. Well, thank you. Till next time. Peace.